So welcome back to our final part of our look at the assumptions of the behaviourist approach. And the assumption that we're going to be looking at in this section is possibly the shortest one in some ways. And it's this idea that humans and animals learn in similar ways. So the learning focus here is to understand why behaviourists believe that humans and animals learn in similar ways. And then by the end of this task, by the end of this lesson, or certainly by the end of the day, you should have completed page 7. Apologies, I meant to update this thing. You should have to complete page 7 of the handout, and again, copy that into the top of your exercise book. So we've looked at already a couple of examples. We've looked at conditioning, and we've seen that as far as conditioning goes, we can apply the same kind of rules to animals and humans. Another way that we can say that animals and humans learn in similar ways is that we both learn from our environment. And of course, the key difference, I guess, is that humans are capable of learning much more complex behavior. So, for example, being able to use Zoom, which I'm using to record this video, plus all the other highly complex things. And as you've noticed, it all goes incredibly smoothly every time. That's not something that a pigeon can do, for example, and it's something I'm rather proud of. Okay, so if we do believe that, if we think that animals and humans do learn in similar ways, then we can do tests on animals and apply our findings to human beings. There might be some questions raised in your mind about whether that's really true, but that is one of the principles of behaviorism. And that's known as generalization. We work from one kind of animal, for example, a pigeon or a rat, and we look at how the pigeon or the rat learns, and then we apply that and generalize it to humans. So which psychological researchers have we looked at so far who've done that? Can you think of? If we think of classical conditioning, for example, oh, I've done it the other way around. If we think of operant conditioning, then we think about Skinner, who approached who studied rats, but then actually spoke about humans being conditioned, experiencing learning through operant conditioning. And he even talked about things like fruit machines, people learning how to put money into fruit machines as a type of conditioning. Also, we have Pavlov, who generalized this idea of learning by association and applied that also to human beings. And another reason why we think this is possibly true is that theories based on animals have been used on human beings. So we've done classical conditioning. We use classical conditioning, as we'll see in a video fairly soon, to help people overcome phobias, for example. We do that through classical conditioning. Operant conditioning we use to encourage people to change their behavior. So for example, psychiatric institutions where people are inmates, they're encouraged by using a system of reinforcement to do some behaviors and not to do other ones. Okay, as I said, that's the most straightforward of the 3 assumptions, and it builds very much on the stuff that we've done about conditioning, classical and operant conditioning. So make sure, please, that you've completed page 7, as I suggested, and also don't forget to do the summary sheet, which is the one that will be most useful for when you're revising for exams and you need to get ready for 4-mark answers for the Eduqas exam. Okay, nice chatting to you, and I will see you at the next one. What should I do now?